Today, I'm speaking to the woman who feels tired in a way even sleep doesn't fix it. You beautiful soul who is still showing up, still holding, still carrying and caring, even when your nervous system is asking for a pause. And I tell you this honestly. I didn't have anyone explaining to me this 30 years ago, and I don't want you walking through the same silence. Sometimes that kind of tiredness doesn't look obvious on the outside. You can still be functioning, still be getting things done, still be answering messages, showing up for others, doing what needs to be done. But inside, something feels heavier. Like your system is running, but it's not fully catching up with itself anymore. Just take a slow breath with me here. This is not about burnt out in the dramatic sense. This isn't collapse. This is about the quieter kind of exhaustion. The kind that builds slowly when you've been strong for too long, without enough space to actually come back to yourself. Because even that small moment is something you rarely give yourself. You've been too strong for too long without a reset. And if that's you, I want you to stay with me. Not to fix anything immediately, not to analyze anything, but just to listen. Because I'm going to walk you through 3 grounding shifts that help my system come back. And these same 3 shifts will help your system come back too. Slowly, steadily, and without force. Nothing here is about pushing. It's about returning. Let's begin. Your nervous system is not dramatic. It's not overreacting. It's communicating. And what I mean by that, your body speaks long before your mind catches up. Sometimes we learn to ignore that communication because life still needs us. Responsibilities still exist. People still rely on us. So we override the signals without realizing it. But when your nervous system is tired, it starts to show up in subtle ways. When you feel overstimulated, easily irritated, mentally foggy, emotionally flat, or like everything takes more effort than it should. It's not a character flaw. It's not something wrong with who you are. It's a signal that your system has been in go mode for too long. A signal that your body has been overcompensating. A signal that your body has been compensating for you in ways you didn't even notice. A signal that you have been functioning but not fully living in a regulated way. And often, the hardest part is that nothing looks wrong on the surface. That's when you assume you should just keep going. But, beautiful soul, your system doesn't speak in words. It speaks in sensation, in fatigue, in emotional distance, in mental overload. And the moment you stop judging the signal, you can finally start responding to it in a different way, with awareness instead of resistance. Just take a slow breath here. Notice what your shoulders are doing. Notice your jaw. Notice your breath. Let your body settle for a moment. Most women think rest means stopping everything, completely stepping away, disappearing for a while. But the real reset begins when you slow the pace, not the purpose. Let us slow this down for a moment. You don't need a week off or a retreat or to disappear. Your life doesn't need to be paused entirely. All you need, small interruptions in the pattern, like one slower morning where you don't rush your body into the day, one intentional pause before you respond to something, one moment where you breathe before you react instead of after, one decision when you choose your energy instead of your urgency. Even something as small as slowing your movements for a few minutes can start to signal safety back to your system, because this is how regulation begins, not through escape, not through avoidance, not through drastic change, but through rhythm, through small, repeated moments where your system learns, I don't always have to rush to stay safe. Think about your last week. How many moments did you rush through without even realizing it? How many times did you respond quickly because you felt you had to? How many times did you override your own pace? This is where the reset begins, not through escape, through rhythm. Your nervous system recalibrates when you move with intention instead of urgency. Where in your week have you been moving faster than your body wanted you to? When your nervous system is tired, your mind often tries to take over. It starts thinking more, analyzing more, trying to solve things internally that your body actually needs to settle first. And when that happens, everything can feel louder in your head than it really is in reality. That's why the body becomes the way back, not through force, not through control, but through simple presence. Let me explain this clearly. Your mind creates noise. Your body creates truth. So today, choose one grounding practice. Nothing complicated. Nothing you have to do perfectly. It could be a slow walk without rushing anywhere. A warm drink held in your hands, noticing the temperature. Sitting in a quiet room without filling the silence. A gentle stretch without trying to fix anything, or just placing your feet on the floor and noticing the contact as you do it. You are not trying to solve your tiredness. You are just reminding your system that you are here. You are present. You are safe enough in this moment to slow down even briefly. Sometimes that is enough to begin shifting everything internally. Just sit with that for a second. You don't have to be inspiring every day. You don't have to be productive every day. You don't even have to be strong one every day. But somewhere along the way, you start living as if rest has to be earned, softness has to be justified, and showing down is something you need permission for. Beautiful soul, your nervous system begins to reset when you stop performing your life and start being inside of it. Today, give yourself permission to be less on, to speak a little slower, to move a little slower, to think without pressure, to breathe without urgency, and notice what happens when you do. Your life doesn't fall apart, it becomes clearer, because clarity doesn't come from pressure, it comes from regulation. If your nervous system is tired, it's not a failure. It's not something to judge yourself for. It's an invitation to return to yourself in more steady way, an invitation to rebuild your rhythm instead of forcing yourself through exhaustion, an invitation to live from the place of steadiness instead of survival mode. And if you are ready to reset your rhythm, stay with me, because this channel is where we rebuild the woman you are becoming, one grounded decision at a time.